would cry.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
What's going on, good people? What's going on? Welcome to The Truth with B. Tatum. We are here today, I would say, first and foremost, by the grace of God that got us here. I don't know what I was thinking, but before I started the show, I decided to listen to Miranda Curtis. You Deserve It. And I almost started worshiping up in here. And Mr. Kobe back there wouldn't have known what was going on. He would have thought that I was going crazy and that I was possessed. But I was about to start worshiping God up in here because the spirit was heavy. So if you on YouTube right now, I'm just gonna link that video that I was watching into the comment section. I might do it on Facebook as well. If you on here right now, so you can see what I was talking about, because it was that was deep. That was worshiping. They was at the Potter's house worshiping. If y'all know anything about Miranda Curtis, she's a worshiper. But if you don't know, I just put that link on there so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So if this is your first time watching us on the show, thank you for joining us. You're going to be in for a treat. Like I said, if you feel sensitive right now and you feeling snowflakeish, you might want to just turn off the channel and might want to go somewhere else and watch somebody that's going to be politically correct and is going to coddle you and tell you what you want to hear instead of telling you the truth. But on this show, we're going to tell the truth and we're going to keep it real. So let's start out. I want to start out before we start doing heavy punches. You know, we're like Mike Tyson in the ring. Before we start dropping haymakers, what I want to do is share with y'all a funny video I saw earlier. I thought this was probably the funniest video on Facebook at the time. If you haven't seen this, hold on. How in the world can you afford a car like that? Now, hopefully he's stunting and that ain't his car. That's somebody else's car he's trying to pose in. But how in the world can you get a car like that, but you can't afford a workout plan? Now go ahead and play the roll it so we can see what I'm talking about. So for some reason, he can't even get out the Lambo. How you can't get out the Lambo, man? All right, bring it back to me. We had to share a little comedy right there. Homeboy can't even get out the Lambo. Trust me, I've been doing a lot of push-ups and crunches and stuff. When I get me a Lambo, I'll be able to jump right out of there. So, again, let's get into some heavy-hitting stuff, man. Again, I know that we're on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. We encourage you guys to go onto YouTube to actually follow it on YouTube, but we love you enough. We're going to put it on both channels until we can get it all figured out, until we can get us all on one page. But for right now, we're on both YouTube and we're on Facebook. I hope I didn't say Twitter because I've been saying Twitter lately. So the first story of the day, we're going to talk about this nurse from Indiana who I would argue has to be the most racist person verbally in America at this point. I haven't seen none on the internet so bad. And I think of all the time I've been on the internet, I have never seen anybody bar threatening to kill people I don't even know. She may have made a threat to kill somebody on here. But I've never seen somebody so viciously racist in my life. So this nurse is from Indiana. Y'all probably seen her all over Twitter and on other stuff where she literally were posting things literally hating white people, openly hating white people and identifying herself as a nurse. I think her name is Taisha Baker. And they got our hospital and stuff on here. I ain't going to really throw it out there like that. But the thing I want to focus on is these tweets. So if you guys can see them very clearly, we have that one tweet we showed, and now we're looking at multiple tweets where she is just going in on white people. And in 2017, I don't understand how somehow we think this is legitimate. Like, I mean, we can just look at one tweet. The one on the right, the top right corner. Send this ugly white back where you found him. Now, I don't know if there's a picture associated with that. The next one down from that says white culture is trash. The one two down and in the middle says white people the worst thing created. The stats don't lie. I mean, this is just how do you not think you're gonna get fired after this is beyond me. And this looked like she probably been doing this over a course of time. For the sake of argument, let's just imagine in a world where this is a white nurse and we're gonna change the words white with black people. And you tell me how crazy this stuff sounds. Tell me how bad this sounds. And it says, the one in the middle at the top. So yes, black people, it is your job to end racism because you are all the racist ones. Hello. I guess she was trying to prove a point. Go sit down somewhere. Or if it says, send this ugly black back to where you found him. Black culture is trash. Black people, the worst thing created. The stats don't lie. If God is my witness. If somebody said that about black people and I was looking at it, I'd be mad. I'm just as mad as her saying that about white people. Because at the end of the day, what white people are you talking about? Some of my best friends, people that gave me great opportunities in life. My main man over here making it all happen. I know you ain't talking about him. I know you ain't talking about her. You offending my people. My people are not bound by race and color and what background. If you a good person, then you my people. If you stand up for principles, you my people. We may not even agree on everything, but you still my people. You may be doing something that I disagree with, whether you live a homosexual lifestyle or not, or whatever the case may be. If you love other people and you honor other people and you're doing the right thing and you're striving for perfection, although you may be a part of a hang up at this point, you still my people, right? Because my people is the people that is Jesus' people. That sentence may not have been correct, but you get where I'm coming from. Those are my people. If Jesus loved you, then I love you. Then you my people. So let's move forward to another subject at hand because I don't want to beat that dead horse. So we were going to do this in another segment, but I'm going to talk about it right now. In the news earlier today, I seen people losing their wig about Donald Trump saying or mentioning the name Pocahontas when he was honoring the code talkers who assisted Americans in World War II against the Germans. People are on TV saying this is racist. I mean, that's like the new slur for if they don't like what you have to say and they don't have a legitimate argument against you, they just call you racist. Now, I've seen people go on to Facebook that are actually on my Facebook page and just blast Donald Trump, call him a fool, say he's crazy and all this other stuff. And I want to play for you. See, we all sound like we all try to act like we're offended. How about we check out what the code talkers had to say about Donald Trump? Do we have that clip? If we don't, we'll pull it up. We'll pull it up. So we'll pull it up for you because I posted it on my Facebook page and y'all that follow me on Facebook saw it. It was like 2 posts down. I posted that the people who's supposed to be offended, this is supposed to be racist against them, had nothing but positive things to say about Donald Trump. When you get it, let me know. And so how are we offended and they ain't offended? How come we, and I'm saying we as these liberal lunatics on CNN and all these other programs, are just so offended? But what they're not offended by is Elizabeth Warren, whom he was referring to, who literally lied about her heritage, talking about she's a Native American in order to get a leg up going to a specific college or university. So that she can further her career, she decides to be disingenuous and just crap on the native people and say that she's Cherokee or somebody. That ain't right. Why weren't y'all offended by her doing that? That's more offensive than for him to call her out in front of them when they didn't even care. I want to know what y'all say. Throw some comments my way. Again, I'm monitoring on both Facebook and YouTube. I just can't even believe that. I mean, I'm not really shocked, to be quite honest. It's just still frustrating to me. Although I'm not shocked at the way they're acting, it still makes me upset because these people are so hypocritical. And it's past the point of being a hypocrite. It's now evilness. There's a difference between being blinded. If you honestly have a philosophy and you honestly believe something and you have what you believe to be accurate evidence that leads you in the direction of belief, and you don't know any better, I understand that. But when you know better and you are making a decision to do something else, that's evil, man. She know for a fact she lied about her heritage as an indigenous person just to get a leg up. She carries it on and on and on, knowing she lied, but still push out the agenda. And then when you confront her about it, she won't ever tell the truth. For the life of me, I just don't understand that. I do not understand. Somebody help me. Do we have the video yet? Or are we still looking?
Yeah, it was just being a little
it's being weird. But when
issues on Facebook, but I can get it on the actual page, I think.
Okay. So if we can get it for you guys, I want y'all to hear this because this is something the mainstream media will never play. They will never play the clip. They'll never do the right thing and play the totality of the circumstance or the full story. They are only going to throw on things that are going to inflame things in a negative way towards Donald Trump. Elizabeth Warren is just, these people irritate me, man, because they're just so fake. But anyway, I'm checking out y'all comments as I keep thinking about this. I know there was something else I want to talk about when it comes to Elizabeth Warren. Let's see. I'm not going to worry about it. I want to play that clip for you if we can get it working. But if it don't work, basically what they said was that there was two men sitting there and they shook Donald Trump's hand and they said, America, you are in great hands. And they gave credence to the fact that he have great military leaders in place that's going to make us successful in this country militarily, which is what they were doing. This is the whole purpose of the code talkers, were for them to assist our military moving forward so we can be victorious. And so they can see, if you look at it, he can even see that Donald Trump is headed in the right direction as far as our military. And clearly there was no evidence or reference of them being offended at all by him referring to Pocahontas or Elizabeth Warren. I don't know what you call her. She's a fake Cherokee Indian or something like that. So can we get it? No, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong.
So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break and then we're going to come back and then we're going to talk about some more issues. But again, stay tuned. I want y'all to stay during the break. Make sure you do some comments because during the break, we're going to watch your comments on Facebook and on YouTube. And then we may answer some stuff that you guys have, or I may try to type you back. So make sure you stay tuned and hold the phone.
Associates did was take the brain circuits from your dead body. We stored them in electrochemical batteries until we had a chance to rebuild the cities and begin our quest.
You think I believe it? A fantastic tale like that?
I imagine you find it incredible.
Listen.
Can y'all hear me? I think we back on. We back live. Okay, now we got the sound going.
My fault.
It's all good. He back there sleep on the job. I don't know what he doing back there. But anyway, I think we got the sound, right?
Yeah, you do.
Says still no sound.
Yeah, I know, but
We got the sound back?
yeah, you're unmuted.
Y'all let me know before I continue if we got the sound or
It's
not.
not blinking. If it's bright red, you're fine.
Okay, people are still commenting, no sound. All right, hear you now. Y'all hear me? Good. Okay, so what I was saying that you guys missed it. If you can read lips, you probably did a good job at figuring out what I was talking about. But what I want to talk about now, and it's a subject or a topic that really have been bothering me. I mentioned it earlier on a Facebook Live video, but I'm talking about it again now, and it's the topic of abortion. I really think as a society, we have come to the conclusion, I really do think a logical conclusion, that this is not just a clump of cells. This is a human life. That little baby's feet, the heart that is developed in the chest of that child gives it credence to being life. I believe that birth actually happened, not birth, but a human life is created at inception or conception. So whenever that form up, whenever you become pregnant, you impregnated, that's a baby. At that point, you need to treat it like a baby. So this is what I have to say. And it makes me mad because I wish that modern feminists is just gone. We can forget about modern feminists, or at least the concept of modern feminism, because there are people who claim to be feminists who are terrible. They actually hate women. They really do. They hate women. They hate women so much, they are willing to allow men to become women and take over women's stuff. That's how much they don't like women. They don't like women enough where they're encouraging you not to get married. They're encouraging you to be miserable and by yourself and think you're so independent that you don't need nobody. And then when you get old and you start realizing it ain't cool no more, I really would like to be married and have a family and have a legacy, then it's too late. And they didn't brainwash you. And some of these people brainwashing you, and they got a husband at home, or they got a significant other at home. They got kids and family and everything, and they trying to tell you you don't need a man, you don't need to get married. Now, hey, each his own. If you feel like you can go through life without that, that's on you. But I guarantee you, most human beings want to be with another person and probably should be married. Not unless some of your religion tells you differently, because humans were made to be together. We were not made to be separated. Man and woman were not made to exist apart from one another. Okay, that's why there's so many of us, because men and women can't get enough of being together. Back to the subject at hand. I think, without a shadow of a doubt, the movement of pro-choice is literally saying that we're going to give women right to be completely selfish. We don't care about the man that's involved. He don't matter unless it's time to get money from him if you have a kid. The kid's life don't matter. We don't care if the kid can grow up to be the president of the United States and change the world and come up with a cure for cancer and all kinds of other stuff. We don't care. It's all about you. You make all the decisions that you want to make until it affects other people. Then you put it off on those other people. For instance, as a man, if I do something I shouldn't do, it takes two to tango, y'all. I don't know what planet you live on. It takes two to tango. Me and another person do something we shouldn't have been doing. We weren't married. We're not in love with each other. We have a child together. The woman finds out she's pregnant. Now, how in the world is it reasonable if she goes off in La La Land and say, "Oh, I'm gonna have an abortion"? Too bad for you. I'm gonna kill your kid. Our kid. Kill him. Gone. I'm making a decision. Taking your kid. You have no choice. And then on the flip side of it, if I was to be a coward and say, "Well, you need to have an abortion," they go off and have a kid. Now I'm responsible. 100%. My check is gone every month if they decide to make a decision. So it's not really your choice. It's not really only about you. What about the other side of it? What about the male half of it? Now you say, "Well, I'm carrying it the term, whatever." But listen, if you don't want kids, men and women, I'm not just putting this on the women. Y'all are the ones that choose abortion or not, but I'm gonna put this on the men. If you don't want kids, don't lay up with people. It's easy. Free birth control. Oh, I just came up with an idea. Do you want to know how to never have children that you don't want, or children that's out of wedlock? Don't have sex. How about that? That's kind of easy. Is that our new birth control slogan? We need to go worldwide and show people how to never have kids that they on accident. You don't have sex. Have some self-control. If you don't want to have self-control, you want to just have all the fun you want to, then you may have a kid out of this. Then you got to take responsibility for your actions. You may not like it, you may be mad at it, but you need to make a choice. And killing a kid because you made poor decisions ain't the right choice. All right, I beat a dead horse enough. Somebody says 75 to 85% of abortions are black. I want to comment on that, because this Planned Parenthood has a huge part to do with this. We already know the founder of Planned Parenthood was a racist, but this is what I want you guys to realize. Planned Parenthood is easily accessible in minority communities. Probably, I don't know the fact, I don't know the numbers. I have to get the numbers to show you the percentages. They promote, they advertise, they want black women to come in there and get abortions. They even tweeted out this not too long ago that statistically it's better that a black woman have an abortion than to give life to a black child. How in the world on God's green earth do you support an organization that facilitates and want us to strive to kill babies, black babies? Black people, you shouldn't be want no funding to Planned Parenthood. Since if you want to bring race into it, black people, you be the last ones that need to be dealing with Planned Parenthood. Let me tell you what, Planned Parenthood is a scam. I'm going to tell you it's a scam. One day I'll tell you why I think it's a scam. Personally, I'll tell you why. One day, maybe one day. Selling baby parts, all kind of stuff. Y'all know that they're going to open up another investigation into Planned Parenthood and the fact that they were making money off dead baby parts. Okay. Abortion is evil. Now, listen to me. Listen to me. I want you to listen to me clearly. If you are a person if you're a woman and you've had an abortion, if you're a man and you've suggested a woman to have an abortion, God can forgive you. it doesn't make you a bad person. It makes your decision poor. And we've all made poor decisions. But what I can say here moving forward is that you may have made a poor decision. I've made tons of poor decisions. But that don't mean that that defines who you are. And that at the point in which you develop or find out a knowledge in something different, a better way, don't mean you can't change. Don't mean you shouldn't pick the best route possible. In this life we live, it's not impossible for you to get down a road and then create another path. You can create another path to cut across the grass and get to the other side of the freeway. That's the beauty of this life. That's the beauty of forgiveness and God's grace. Okay, let's move on from that. Yesterday, I talked about makeup. I'm not going to beat that dead horse. I think it was a good topic. I think we should continue to talk about this, you know, whether it's here or whether it's somewhere else. I love to have a woman come on, if we can get somebody else to come on to give a perspective. But I definitely think makeup is just killing our society. And feminists need to talk about it. Because I know women that can't walk out the house without putting that stuff on their face. And it's hurting their confidence. So we've already talked about that yesterday, so I'm not going to address that. Let me see. I want to check some of your comments and see what you guys think. And then I want to address something that you guys feel that is important from watching this show. I think we keep talking about Elizabeth Warren. Everybody knows she's I don't even want to use the word to describe what I think about Elizabeth Warren at this point.
Get the chat.
But we can look into the chat and see what you guys are saying. Tell me a question that you want me to answer at this point. I'm gonna open it up for questioning. Kayla says she's a mother of 6. That is beautiful. Let me say this. I know that it's probably tough to have that many kids, but I'm just going to be personal for a minute. I'm just going to get into my personal life for a minute. When I see a woman that is, and I'm not belittling women who have one kid. That's on you. If you can afford, now let me say this. If you can afford one kid and take care of them, that's good for you. If you have 20 and you can't take care of none of them, that is not good for you. But what I will say, thanks for subscribing. Neil, thank you for subscribing. It comes up on the screen. So thank you, Neil. I didn't mean to interrupt that, but thanks, Neil, for subscribing. If you want to subscribe, go ahead and do it right now. We'll see you and we'll give you a shout out. But what I'm saying is that when I see a woman, it's just me. Maybe I'm old school. When I see a woman that has all these kids, to me, I look at that woman as a life giver, a life creator. I mean, that's honorable. It's almost like, I'm not saying we should praise humans, but at some point we should give honor to women who give life. It's not about anything but producing life for humanity. That is a gift from God. You should be honored that you had 6 kids. You are creating a legacy. Why isn't that more celebrated? If it's not celebrated, we need to start celebrating that more. Women are powerful that give birth to multiple kids. And if you don't, you're still a powerful woman. What I'm saying is that don't be afraid to have more than one kid because you feel like, you know, it's going to hurt you. You're building more people. Like, for instance, if you had one child and you went this far in your career, that child will go here. If you have 7 kids and you go this far in your career, you got 7 other people that can supersede and follow through with your dream for generations and generations. Heated Snowflake, thank you for subscribing. But that's just how I feel. You know, I really do feel with a passion that is honorable. And I'll say this too. Women who stay at home to take care of the family, stay at home moms. People can believe what they want to believe. I don't feel like nobody's better or worse than anybody else, but I honor you. And I believe that is a tough job to stay at home and take care of kids. It's tough. A 9 to 5, you're taking responsibility for every aspect of your child's life. From when they wake up to when they study, if they're homeschooled, to the point when they go to bed. You are in control. You are completely creating them from scratch, just about. Every interjected thought that comes into the mind is because of your valuable thinking. You are a queen. You are the backbone of society. And, okay. Don't get offended if you're not sitting at home with the kids. I love you too, and I think you're very valuable. Everybody have their place. But what I'm saying is that don't feel bad if you want to stay at home with the kids. Don't feel bad about that. And I'm trying to say I want men to not feel bad about staying at home with the kids. If that's what's best for your family, do what you got to do. But I don't want to see a man trying to sit at home with their kid. Go get you a job. If both of y'all don't have a job, somebody need to get a job. Brother, man, I'm looking at you there. Go out and get you a job. Get 2 jobs. You work hard, you provide for your family. You fight, you do whatever it takes for your family. That's what men do. They want to demasculine. They want men to not have masculinity. They want you to sit at home and pout and have a pity party. God didn't create men that way. That's why we have testosterone. That's why we grow these beards, because we're ready to go to war and take care of our families. That's what we're made to do. At the moment that you stop doing that is the moment that you failed your family. But in modern day 2017, if it's best for your family, man, do what it takes. But don't be some lazy fool pointing the finger at your wife trying to make her get up and work. If one of y'all got to stay at home, one of y'all work, brother, you need to get off your butt and you need to work. That's what you've been made to do. And I'll say that till I'm green in the face. I appreciate y'all. Man, I missed a couple of subscribers. We'll cover you guys at the end, I think. Sure. You'll come into the credits. I want to give you a shout out if you subscribe or donate onto the show. So we're going to take a quick break. Our last segment is going to be fun. I want to answer more questions in the last segment. We'll tell you a lot about our TatumSwag.com, where you can get this shirt. You can get all this stuff that's on the table. You can get all the wonderful things that I love and appreciate, the patriotic gear. You can get all of this stuff on TatumSwag.com. But we're going to talk about that more. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about our Instagram. We're trying to get the gram up. We want you guys to support. Hold the phone. We'll be right back.
Listen.
And my sidekick over there, we're still trying to figure out what his nickname is going to be. Hopefully you guys can help us out with that so we can make it happen. All right. So right now I want to jump right into a contest that we're having. Listen to me. Free. Let me say free. For everybody that do you love free stuff? If you love free stuff, I want you to pay attention to what I'm about to say because it's about to be free. You can't beat free 99, all right? So what we're doing is we're doing a giveaway. We really want to give some of these shirts away. Today, our promotional thing that we're going to do is we're going to give away a mug. Let me find this mug. Okay, so we're going to give away this mug right here on our Instagram. We're only doing it on Instagram. So we have this mug here on Instagram. We're going to give it away. All you have to do is follow a few simple instructions. And you see the pretty lady right there in the middle. You go onto that link onto our Instagram. Go onto our Instagram. You will go into the comment section, and all you have to do is tag 3 people. You tag 3 people in there. You will enter yourself into winning that cup. That cup will be shipped to you. We already have it. Oh, no, we're having it shipped in. We're going to have it in. And once we get it, we're going to package it up. We're going to send it to you with a special note. A thank you. I'll even write something in it. If you like me to write it in. If you don't want to, I don't have to. But if you want it when you win, you can ask me to write something in it. But go on to our Instagram right now. Click on there. Make sure you follow us. Also tag 3 people that'll put your name in the running to win. We'll pick and select a winner tomorrow at 2 p.m. if you live in Arizona. If you're on the East Coast, that'll be 4 p.m. So at 4 p.m. East Coast time, 2 p.m. if you live in the Arizona time zone, it will end then. We'll pick a winner and we'll send you one of those really nice cups. It's one of my favorite cups. I love it. I just don't want to put it on here every single day, but I had it up here yesterday. I love the cup. It's really nice. I love Don't Tread on Me. It's bomb. I can't wait till we can start giving away other stuff. I want to give away a flag and a shirt that match that. So eventually we will. Go on there, follow us, like us, tag 3 people, and then you can enter the win. So now we're going to do something real quick because I want to get off this and start getting to some real topics. But what you can do, because I don't want you guys to miss out on this, because I think they made a mistake. I don't know if they made a mistake. I hope they don't get mad at me. But I still see that we have some sweaters on there. The shirts are still $10. So hurry up and do it before they figure this out, because it was supposed to stop for the weekend, and then Cyber Monday was going to be the last day, and now it's Tuesday and they still got it on the site. If it's on the site and the price is there, go ahead and order it before they change their mind and change it up. So get you a shirt, any shirt on the website, any shirt on tatumswag.com or on patriotdepot.com. is going to be $10 for everything, $20 for the hoodies. You guys can go on there and get whatever you want. Our most popular shirt is Stand for the Flag and Kneel at the Cross. Go down to the shirt that I'm wearing right now. You can go down to the shirt that I'm wearing right now, the Blue Lives Matter shirt. Obviously, for all the people that love law enforcement, I obviously was a police officer for 6 years, and I love law enforcement. Go ahead and get that. All right, you guys have seen enough. If you forgot what we just said, you can rewind this when it's over and check it out. So I appreciate all you guys coming on. Make sure you keep sharing. But we're gonna enter into our last segment, and we're gonna have a conversation about some things that we've seen in the comment section. There's so many of them that I'm trying to figure out. Somebody said plus shipping on our stuff. No, we pay for it all, man. We send it to you for free. Oh, okay, so I guess that message ain't on there no more. All right, so we're gonna try to get a question. We tried to ask you guys to post some questions that I didn't see any questions on here, but so we'll just get into a few things. Let me say this. For those of you who don't know me or just now meeting me, a lot of people ask me, why do I support Donald Trump? Why do I feel like Donald Trump is a candidate, or he was a candidate whom I voted for and is now the president? Why I continue to support him? Why I continue to believe that he's doing the right thing for this country? Let me tell you what my turning point is, because I could sit up and I can give you stats all day long, but I'm just going to give you a genuine approach on how me, as a African-American man in this country who was at one point a Obama supporter, what really transitioned my mind into feeling like that I no longer want to be a Democrat, and I feel like that Donald Trump is an adequate candidate. So first and foremost, I grew up nearly my whole life believing that the Democratic Party was correct and the Republican Party was racist, white people that don't like black people. Honest to God truth, man. And it wasn't something that was beating my head by my parents. They would never say anything to me like that. But it's cultural, man. It's like it goes without saying You go to school with certain people, you must be a Democrat. You got to be a Democrat. If you step outside of the box, man, you get thrown away. You are a hypocrite. You ain't black. You a coon. They call you all kind of stuff. All this time in my life, I didn't know any better. I didn't know what different different political parties were. All I knew was that you're black, you're Democrat. If it's Republican, they racist. They don't care about black people. They want to take all the money, give it to the rich, make us just fend for ourselves. In 2016? I'm bad with the years. But I voted for Barack Obama at the end of his term. Towards the end of his term, I was a police officer at the time. And I started watching him just degrade law enforcement. And doing it for a living and day-to-day grind and struggle of law enforcement in America, I was mad at the way he was treating us, the way he was talking about us, the way he would paint the picture as if we're all out here, some racist gang members going out and killing and beating up black people. That had me so mad that if I saw him face to face, we would have words. I will tell him to his face, man, I think you're a coward for what you said about law enforcement. You don't even know what you're talking about, and you're talking about that we are somehow acting ignorantly when you got these thugs out here trying to kill us, and then we retaliate or we defend ourselves, and now we somehow kill us. Unjust. We're unjustly killing people. That was his approach. So it started to make me mad, and I say, you know what? Let me really question what are Democrats actually doing for black people? What are they doing for law enforcement? And the conclusion was nothing. They haven't done nothing but sell us dreams and hopes that lead to nothingness. Oh, we want the government to hire the taxes so we can put more food stamps and Planned Parenthood funding in the black community. Why? Why don't they give you a job? Why they want to give you free money? Because they give you free money, you become dependent. When you're dependent, you need to vote for them every year. When you're independent, you can vote for whoever you want to vote for. You can vote for whoever's going to make the country better. You become a free thinker. They don't want that for you. If you understand that law enforcement is essential and you as an African-American man or a minority person decide to go into law enforcement and make a difference, you don't need them anymore. You can vote wherever you want to vote. When you start handling firearms and you have an opportunity to see what life and death really look like on a day-to-day basis, i.e. myself, then you start realizing I need a gun. I can't wait on the police when somebody break up in here and try to rob me. They don't want you to have that level of enlightenment, because when you do, you become pro-gun. You become pro-Second Amendment. Okay. So moving forward, I started looking at Republican candidates and I say, well, what are my values? God, number one. That is my number one value. What can you do for God as a Democrat or Republican? What can you do for God? Well, you believe in things that I do not agree with on the Democratic side. You guys are pushing for marriage to be something that it ought not be. To be something that God had never created or intended for it to be. You're going against the Christian principles that I believe in my heart. You're going against those. You're actually being anti-Christian. Why would I support a group? Why would I support a political party like that? Then you're telling me, as me being in law enforcement, you're bashing and hating on first responders. Why would I want to support you? You're telling me I shouldn't have a gun because a fool it don't matter. The fool is going to get the gun and shoot people anyway. Whether he is a prohibited possessor or not, he or she is a prohibited possessor or not, they're going to get a gun, they're going to kill people because they do not care about jail. They don't mind doing the time. I do. Why you want to take my guns? Okay, that's stupid. Abortion is murder, period. You support that? You want to fund that? That's stupid. I don't agree with that. Why would I go with a party that believes in that? I go to the Republican Party. I want them to stop taking money out of my taxes. When I was a student, I didn't care about taxes. They paid the taxes on our money. They gave it to us and we just splurged. Well, he's balling out in college. They get us all kind of money. Everything free. Free meals, everything. When you become a grown man and you see that tax come out your money and you like, dang, I made $3,000 and I only got $1,700. Where my money going? And then you find out that the government is misusing your money, sending it here, sending it there, paying off ransoms, i.e. Barack Obama. And you like, man, I don't want the government to control my money. Because that extra money, I want to invest in a business that I want to create. I wanted to create a cycling school or a cycling class or a cycling gym. That's what you call it. It had all of those in the middle of them, but it was a cycling gym. Like my extra $200-300 a check or a month over the course of a year, I can probably open my own gym in a year, or at least have some money to put down on it or to invest in it. Why I want y'all to take my money so you can give it to somebody on food stamps? Let me tell you this. There are people in this country that need food stamps, need government assistance. Trust me, I've seen them. I've been there. I had food stamps for 3 months when my son was first born. Y'all learn that story later. 3 months. Son was first born. I needed it. I got off of it, and look where I'm at now. Everybody I arrested as a police officer, probably 95 to 98% of everybody I arrested is on food stamps. How many of those people need food stamps? Not one of them. They just lazy. They want to use drugs all day and commit crimes and do that stuff, and they don't need it. They just don't want to get a job. I asked them, every person I arrested just about, I say, hey man, where you working at? Well, I ain't working right now, man. I'm just looking for, well, why don't you get a job? What? The person at Circle K don't even have teeth. You telling me you can't go in there and apply? They got tattoos on their face, pants sagging, no teeth. You can at least go in there and get a try. You are an able-bodied man and you want to be on food stamps. You should be ashamed of yourself. I digress. So before I get on a crazy rant, what the conclusion I was coming to was that I didn't want to spend my tax money like that. I wanted power over that. I want less government. I want more capitalism. I want to be flexible in what I want to accomplish in my life. I start to understand that the power of my life is in my hands through the power of God. I understand that with God's help in my life, if I pursue something, I can accomplish it. I don't need the government to give me nothing. I don't need them having their hand in my pocket trying to control me. I realize that I need the church to be important in America again. I need the American flag to be important in America again. If I don't want to call you a man, I don't want to call you a woman when you're clearly a man, I don't have to. That's principles that I live by. That's the principles of the Republican Party, not the Republican Party, of being a conservative. Those people tend to align in the Republican Party. Donald Trump stood for the things that I stand for. Keeping it 100. Keep it real. You are an imperfect person. Apologize when you're wrong. He apologized when he was wrong. Everybody saw him on Access Hollywood say something real crazy. Don't act like you ain't never said nothing crazy. He apologized. I accepted his apology. He believed in America first. That's what I believe. This is my country. I live here. People died so this could be my country. They died so I can live here and be free. Donald Trump believes in that. Building a wall. It ain't got nothing to do with being Mexican. It has everything to do with the cartel. It has everything to do with drug trafficking and illegal smuggling coming over into our country. We don't need that in America. Build a wall. Make sure we know who's coming in this country so people aren't Allah Akbar and killing people. Is that every Muslim? No. Anybody with a brain know that. But we need to figure out where these people coming from these other countries who are already indoctrinated and hate America. Listen. We are a country of assimilated immigrants. We're not a country of immigrants. We're a country of assimilated immigrants. You come over here and you respect America. That's what happens. You assimilate, you can come here and you can be, and everybody get along. Don't come over here acting a fool. Then you need to go home. If you don't like it here, go home. When you look at those principles, Donald Trump stands by. He's not afraid to be politically incorrect. The man makes mistakes, of course, but he's done so many things with the economy. He's done so many things when it comes to jobs, building businesses. He's done so many things in building race relations because the haters gonna hate. The man can hire an African-American female, Omarosa, to be a part of the urban outreach and y'all still hating on him. Bring 3 black kids back to America who over there stealing, who probably need to just stay in jail for a little bit to learn a lesson. Brought them back over, y'all still hating. How is that not building race relations? Okay, when he first started, he signed an executive order to give, I think, $1 billion to the historical black colleges. Is that not built? Okay, y'all don't want to talk about that. Okay, we're not going to go there. So listen, I really appreciate you guys. I want to say one more thing before I leave. I want y'all to hear what Don Lemon said about Donald Trump. And I'm going to comment on it, and then we're going to get out of here. Go ahead, roll it. He already looked like an idiot. He got an idiot face on right now.
What the heck is that noise? Hold on. I have music playing somewhere.
All right, we good?
Opponent using a racist slur. A racist slur.
Can they hear me?
One that is insulting to Native Americans.
You were here long before any of us were here.
We already seen this. We don't need to see it 100 times again. Everybody know what he said. The point that I wanted to make was he said a racist slur. Like, how many times are these liberals going to stop trying to use ignorant words to try to defame somebody just because they don't agree? How is that racist? What are you talking about? The man spent an hour blessing them. They turned around and blessed him and said, America is doing great. They're in great hands. All this love that's going on and appreciation going on. He used Pocahontas to blast one of their people. I didn't hear Don Lemon talk about how silly Elizabeth Warren was. Okay. I don't need to say no more. Don Lemon make me extremely upset. He will never have me on this show. And you know why? Because I will go in. You're not going to be able to call me a racist. Like, if you're white and you go on the show, he'll call you a racist. He'll say you're oblivious to black lives and you're oblivious to, you got white privilege. He can't use that on me. I dare him to call me a coon on TV. He probably won't do that. He won't have me on there because I ain't playing no games. I go on there and I shut the whole show down. We'll be going in on Don Lemon. But anyway, we're going to get out of here. Thank you for watching the show. This show comes on every single day, Monday through Friday at 6:30 Eastern Time. If you live in Arizona, which is to me one of the best states in the country, then we'll be on at 4:30 every single day. We'll talk about topics. Please send me inbox messages, whatever you want. If you got things that you want us to address, we'll consider it. We'll look into it. We'll address it right here on the show. This show is always going to keep it 100. Eventually, we'll have people that'll come on. They'll be able to call in. We're gonna innovate. What I want you guys to do is, I heard somebody make a comment earlier and they said, "Hey, Brandon, you need a bigger set." Okay, obviously sets don't grow on trees. So what we would like for you to do, if you want to participate in it, we ain't forcing you. We not passing out the at church where they pass out the donation,
like
the offering plate.
Yeah.
They pass out the offering plate. Give me your money. Give me your money. God said in 3 weeks, if you give $40, God gonna bless you. We ain't doing all that. It don't even matter. We good like this. But we would love to have a bigger show, and we would love to have and grow the platform so we can express conservative views on a bigger platform. If you want to donate, if you have the financial stability, you have the extra money, or you have it in your heart that you want to donate, we receive donations for this show so we can grow it. You will know exactly where your money going because our show will start getting bigger if you start donating. So we really appreciate it. I'm gonna send it to my man back here so he can give y'all some more details on how, because he deals with the logistics of it. Go ahead.
Just swing the mic towards me a little bit. They should be able to hear me okay. Hopefully you guys can hear me fine. That's fine. Thanks. Like Brandon said, he's right. It's super appreciated if you guys donate to us. That's awesome. We'd love it. But we're not telling you to, like if you're financially capable and you're feeling generous, that's awesome. Only because, like he said, we can't do this ourselves. We need a bigger set. He's right. We barely have enough room to fit in here, and you guys are the ones that can make that happen. And in all honesty, it's not just, we're begging you for money. We're in a little bit of a situation. Let me show you guys something. At the bottom of all of our articles, Conservative Tribune, Western Journal, all of the sites that our company owns, we have this message now with a donate button. And the reason is, as this little letter to the reader states, your donation is funding the fight against the mainstream media. Like, guys, we are getting throttled. Like these social media platforms and places that you normally get your news are not letting us do that. They don't want us to get our message out. And this isn't like a conspiracy theory. This is the truth. It's happening. We're experiencing it. We have people whose lives are being affected, and people. There's real people out there who have probably lost their jobs because of this. Like, real innocent people. Me, a college kid, a kid right out of college who has student debt to pay off, losing their job, and then what they do. You know what I mean? So anything you guys can do to help a company like us is super appreciated. You go onto the sites, click that donate button. If you're on YouTube, there's a donate link right in the description of the video. If you're on Facebook, go over to YouTube. You can go over to YouTube and check that out yourself, or go to one of our pages right here at the bottom of the page, conservativetribune.com. Any article will have this at the bottom, and we really appreciate anything that you guys can do to help us out. And if you want to be sure that Facebook isn't affecting your feed at all, I have a little bit of a video if you want to show it. Let's play the video that Brandon will explain to you guys how exactly you can make sure you're getting the feed you want, or the news you want, at the top of your feed. Let me unmute the desktop, make sure the desktop's unmuted.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Brandon Tatum with Conservative Tribune. So we've been getting information and feedback that a lot of you guys have been saying that you're not getting our news at the top of your news feed, or you're missing on crucial things that we posted in the past. So look, check this out. We got you. We're going to take care of you. We're going to show you how you can get all of our content at the top of your news feed so you'll never miss anything again. If you are utilizing Facebook on a mobile device or a cell phone, this is how you get the content to the top of the screen. So at the very top of the screen that you see on your cell phone or mobile device, at the very right side, you're going to see 3 hashes, and those hashes are going to give you a drop down. So once you click on it, you're going to get a drop down. You're going to have to scroll down to the bottom portion of those options, and right under languages, you're going to see news feed preferences. Click on that, and then you're going to have more options. At the very top of your options, you're going to see prioritize who to see first. Go ahead and click on that. What I'm looking at on my cell phone is Conservative Tribune is number 1. I click on that, it's going to give you a star. For instance, if you follow me on Facebook, you click on me and you'll get a star. And once you're done, you don't have to click on anything else. You can just toggle back and you can finish searching Facebook. If your preference is utilizing Facebook on a desktop computer, here's how you do it. At the very top of your menu section, you go all the way over to the right. It's right next to the question mark. It should be an arrow that points down. You click on the arrow, it's going to give you a drop down of menu selections. You go all the way to the bottom. Under activity log, you're going to see news feed preferences. Click on that. Just like the cell phone, you're going to see other options. At the very top, you're going to see prioritize who to see first. Click on that. And what I'm seeing from my computer is that Conservative Tribune is number 1. You tap on that, it'll give you a star, and so on and so forth. Thank you guys for watching. We really look forward to seeing you guys more often. Back. All right, so thank you guys. That was a quick excerpt of how to get all of the content on the top of the feed. So if they try to throttle us, at least you'll have it at the top. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. We will be back tomorrow at the same time with the same rhyme. I used to be a rapper. Now I'm just playing. But anyway, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We really do appreciate y'all coming on, watching the show, whether you donate or not. It doesn't matter. We still love you anyway. God loves you. We know that God is going to bless this show. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to end with a prayer. How about that? We'll end with a quick prayer. It'll be very, very quick. We'll throw it out here, and then we'll leave, okay? So if you're watching out there, I don't know how many of y'all are still watching. You can close your eyes, bow your head. If you're driving in a car, keep your eyes open, please. Don't crash. Don't say, Jesus, take the wheel, and then close your eyes. So Thank you, God, for blessing us. Thank you for blessing us with a platform that we can do wonderful things, that we can spread the gospel and spread the truth on relevant things that happen in this country. God, we want to say thank you for the ability to fellowship, for the ability for us to come together. We pray that you bless us all, to bless our minds, to condition us to be positive people, to be forgiving people, to honor you in everything that we do. We pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you, guys. I like to do that little prayer, man. We got to honor God in everything we do. So I'll see you guys next time, and make sure you hold the phone.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story, and I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Made with bits of real panther, so you know it's good.
It's quite pungent.
Oh, yeah.
It stings the nostrils. In a good way.
Yeah.
Brian, I'm going to be honest with you. That smells like pure gasoline.
60% of the time, it works. Every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story, and I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.